everybody. So I'm Craven, and I need your thoughts. Like, comment, subscribe, smack that notification bell. I get links in the comments. Click on those. Like, comment, subscribe. Help me out however you feel like, but subscribe. So today's the day for a new video. So let's go have an adventure. Oh my gosh, what a day this is. So get some random thoughts to go here today. I'm thinking about what are the 4 guns that would be best to keep for a world without law. Post-apocalypse, grid down, whatever the issue. Now, I've got everything that I really want, but what would be the best thing to have? And I thought of one because I came across the video again, and it's a video that was put out by Dave Canterbury several years ago, not sure how many. I'll try and put a link down in the description, one there with the Patreon and the Parler and the Facebook and YouTube and all that other good stuff. Anyway, so Dave Canterbury had a video on muzzle loading a 12 gauge, and I've sat here and I thought about, maybe doing an over-under 22 on top, 12 gauge below, an over-under 12 gauge, so it's 2 barrels side by sides, and I'm just pretty much going to go with the single barrel 12 gauge now. And I'm pretty sure add that to my collection. That way, in the video he shows reusing a 12 gauge shell, cutting all the plastic off of it, basically just putting the cap, putting the brass piece into the gun, closing it up, and then loading the rest of it by the muzzle. And 12 gauge shells use a large rifle primer, so that when I come across ammunition in the field, say I find some 303 infield and I don't have a 303 infield, I can take it, pop the bullet off there, push the primer out, save the powder. Now I've got maybe a load for a 12 gauge shell. Add a little bit more powder to it, maybe from a 38 special, and I might find a hoard of 38 special ammunition and not have a 38 special. Well, all that powder could be put to good use into a 12 gauge. I don't have any other muzzle loading rifles, so my choices, of course, my choice on the 5.56 from the previous video and 9mm. I've got my rifle in that, and I've my AR in that, and I've got a couple pistols in 9mm. Got a 22 bolt action rifle, extremely accurate, be able to hunt most medium to small game with that. Got like I said, everything I really want. But what would be the best thing to have? What is it that you guys think would be the best ones to have? Having the ability to muzzle load, not just because you've run out of shells for that, maybe you've got plenty of other shells, but making best use of what you have available to you. If you come across a cache of 20 gauge ammunition, but you don't have a 20 gauge, the shells are worthless unless you open them up, save the bird shot, save the powder, save the primer, and use those, reload a 12 gauge round with all that, add a little bit of extra powder to it, now you have a 12 gauge round. So these are just thoughts that I'm having, and I really think that would be the next best item to have. A single barrel 12 gauge break action is going to be light enough to carry with another gun. The ammunition, 12 gauge rounds, there's a lot of them out there. And once they all stop being useful, I can take a 5.56 round, break open a couple of them, save the primers back, reuse the primer on a 12 gauge deal, use the powder, and melt down the shells maybe even for the loadout on the 12 gauge shell. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Buy a single barrel break action 12 gauge and have a muzzle loader. I could buy what I want, really. But, like I said, what would be the best to have? Let me know your comments, your thoughts on that. That's my thoughts. I'm Craven. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time.